Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whoever it may be. So, we're back with the Talos Principle. We started, this is part 2. We started on Wednesday, and it turned out to be a lot more fascinating than I expected it to be. So, we are looking forward to getting to a second tower after completing the first one, which we will do by taking the capsule. So, Wooden Plateau. Yeah, ho, ho, ho. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 4 rings and 12 areas in total. Supports a large deer population. But let's head out to Wooden Plateau. See what lies in wait for us. So how does the size compare with the first game?
Check out the next site, but while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that Wonka found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Wow, ho, 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 ho. Okay. She said there could be another lab. Well, we'll look for it if we find one. So we've got the same designs. And... okay, 2 lost puzzles. 8 mainline puzzles. Let's follow the path and get started. Or not. Okay, well, I guess we'll come around at some point. So let's follow numbers for now. Follow numbers and then maybe we can check out the surrounding area. Alcatraz.
Everything okay?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
You consider Byron a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact. And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
That seems so much better than our world. What do you think about the megastructure?
I don't know. It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
What do you think about that lab I found?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
What does a goal mean to you?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
What could these puzzles mean?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder, and they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
What do you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria.
New Alexandria? What's that? Oh, okay, it's just... Wait. Was there ever a reference to a New Alexandria in the text we found so far? That seems to be new information. Also, like, I forgot, but what does Sphinx talk about standing before the fire? It could also mean the fire for Prometheus, which was considered a gift and not something dangerous. Quantum tunneling. Huh. What is this? Driller! Create ho 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 ho! What? But I can't actually go through it myself. And it needs to be active in order to do anything. Okay. Well, let's create a hole. What does that get us? Here's another drill. Okay. No, I think what we need to do is create a hole here. I'm still not sure that gets us anywhere for now. Right, we need two objects out here. Now, question is, can't take driller through its own hole. Well, it can't take it through its own hole, but what about the hole from another driller? Then we set this up here, which we will be able to take from this side. And then we drill a hole here and take the second drill. Okay, with that out of the way, we need to get past the grid. So this is simple. Drop this on the other side. Drill another hole and take this one. Now we can set these down. Here we go. There's number one.
I can't help but notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. There's a sense of aesthetics and beauty here. This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
Well, let's follow the path to the second puzzle. Well, we got diverging paths here. There was also a terminal this way somewhere. This is not the way. There was a terminal. I want to check that out too. Oh, butterflies. Hey there.
1K, what's up?
What do you think towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering.
That they are. I agree, they're beautiful.
I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
That's all. Okay. So undiscovered terminals show up as question marks. Hey, hey. We're back. Okay. That was a huge waste of time. Did we go back to before? Oh, there's a deer! Have we spoken to Yakuts yet? Log. Okay, okay. So it doesn't wipe up your dialogue progress. Stars. Another mystery to solve. Oh, this is written by 1K? I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars, clearly inspired by the stimulation, which are gained by solving puzzles related to those monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yakut dubbed the astronomical temple. Whoops. Okay. Now let's check out the terminal for real this time. That's the end of the bridge. What is it that drives historical processes? It's easy to dismiss the idea of the great man or the great woman for that matter, when clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. But is there no space at all for the individual in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hegelian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback or not? Or is that itself another form of determinism? From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, there are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices, for good or for ill, that transform entire societies. Or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but are they not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment? If they are, where is the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all of human history has been that one struggle to carve out a space of free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose those examples as you will, are equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal then ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate, as much as that is possible in this universe. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 14. Melampus and Yemo went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means we are stretched a little thin, since we're still posting guards at all times. But those large herbivores haven't come back yet, and at any rate, Eustathius assures us that they're non-aggressive. But it's better not to take any chances, knowing there's so few of us, and so many of them. Although Cornelius and Eustathius spend most of the time drawing up plans and arguing in a friendly manner, Athena and Cornelius and Eustathius, in a friendly manner but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them up pretty well. It's like background noise after a while. We've started construction of the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. Trevor.
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one.
Spyron.
Except maybe a cat. I could be a cat.
Lots of cat lovers in this game.
How can I help you?
What do you make of the Sphinx?
I don't know what she is, ontologically speaking, but those questions she asked reinforce my belief that we're being tested, or perhaps analyzed.
That's all. Yeah, we're going to roleplay towards the adventurous side. Mutual aid. Jammer. Driller. Okay. First we'll drill a light through. Huh? Okay. Now they're on this side, we can grab the driller and bring it back. What's next? Let's jam this first and see what's behind. Okay. Right. I guess... yeah. We jam it from here. Take the driller. Grab the jammer from the other side. And what is it this time? Oh, that was maybe the easiest one we've seen. Just like... period. We got a shortcut back
I
out.
keep thinking, why puzzles? Is it just their symbolic value because of our history? Because the thing about puzzles is they can be solved. But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence? You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Well, there's a path, but let's stray away from it for a little bit. Doesn't seem like there's anything to be found, though. Okay. Next. It's very easy to get distracted by sidetracking. Is that something significant? Oh, this is something significant. Okay, oh, okay, it's just number 3. It's just number 3. Alright, we came from this way. Guess we'll just go straight on. Yeah, maybe we should just solve the puzzles in order before doing anything else, sidetracking the stuff. Back up. Okay. We've got a single drill. So give me that connector. Give me that connector and I can connect this. I need to be at the right angle. It's a small hole. This is an RGB converter. Okay, what's next? I have... okay. Okay. How does this work? I need to get red somehow. Yeah, I would have liked to turn the graphics up a little bit more, but seems like we're pushing it a little bit in the more intensive areas anyway. So I guess this is as much as I can go. All right. Yeah, how do you do this? How do we do this? We only have one drill, right? Back up. And I think the ladder's there for a reason. Okay. Okay. I can do this. Works the same way on either side, right? So let's turn this back on for now. Here's one light. Gotta put it where I can pick it up. Let's say here. So how about this? With that out of the way, yep. I still have the red lights, and now I have the blue light too. There we go. Perfect. This looks like a cathedral. Private message. Connecting you to a friend. I've relayed your responses to my friends and they have reached certain conclusions regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? Go ahead. Now you're near, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks a moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinion about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying to guide our city to prosperity. People who know things which will only scare or confuse the average citizen. I have 5 such friends who expressed to me their interest in getting to know you. Who are these people? I can't yet tell you the names, but I can tell you a little about them. The first is an engineer by trade, tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. The second is a scholar of some repute, thinks the big questions have answers in our code. The third is, well, it's hard to pin down. There's a practitioner, let's say, the esoteric arts. The fourth is a member of the political establishment. And the fifth, well, the less I say about them, the better of everyone. So is this someone you think would make a good match? Okay. I'd rather hear which is most interested in me. Your answers to my questions and our observations of behavior elsewhere has given us a massive amount of data. It's clear there's only one person that I should put you in touch with. You've shown a commitment to scientific progress and pursuit of the truth. Your support would mean a great deal to my friend from engineering. She's no expert on the human condition, but she's dedicated to analyzing how the world works and using the knowledge to shape our future for the better. Are you happy for me to put you in touch? Sure. I wonder if this is one of those irrevocable choices. Okay, I'll send an introduction in due course. I hope I haven't gotten pigeonholed on any particular path. What? What does the switch do? It's off. Off now. It's on now. Wait. This is the first time I've seen something like this. Now I need to go back and check the other two. Where are they? 2. On. Now, I might even need to go back to the first area and make sure I turn those on, or at least check them. On. Okay, so we'll continue to follow the path for now. I'll double check to make sure that number 3 is on. Okay, it's green. I think that's a good sign. So, off to 4. Looks like there's a terminal somewhere here. To our right. Is it accessible? What is this? Dead end. It's hard to tell where the terminal is from here. If it's to our right, then I guess let's find 4 first. Turn switch on. Number 4. Big area placement. Okay. Got a fan. This one is fixed. Okay. That's a driller. Anything here? No. No. Okay. That's a connector. Okay. Okay. First, let's drill this. Grab the connector. So with the connector liberated, what do we do? What do we do? Does this allow... No. We need to use the driller on the other side. So... let's go back and find the connector. Oops. By putting this on the plate, it should unlock the door and give us the hexadron. Whoops. I gotta grab it from the other side. Let's turn the switch off for now. So is there a receiver for blue lights? Okay. So we drilled that. We set up the connector for that and this. Then we turn the switch on. Easy enough.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
What does this path lead to? Okay, this is one of the lost puzzles. You know what? I'm going to actually leave the lost puzzles. We'll do the numbered ones in order. And then go for the lost puzzles. Whereas I know where the first one is now. I wonder if it's going to stay on my compass. So let's go in order and find number 5 then. What does this path lead to? Does it lead to number 5? Big sneeze. Palm reader. The Seesaw audio log.
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation. In such moments, we are told to avert our eyes. But what if we do not? What will we discover if we look more closely? If we could speak to the stag, what wisdom would it have to offer? The answer is none. The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity, driven only by fear, hunger, and lust. There is no abyss for us to plunge into behind this revelation. Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
Okay. That's things. Is that where the star is?
There's
Yes.
another one of those monuments.
2478. Does that have to do with the switches? Okay, well, we'll finish all the puzzles. We'll flip all the switches, and then maybe we should only turn 2478 on. We'll figure it out later. Because it kind of fits the Sphinx nature of like being a puzzle giver. So Duet. Okay. Okay. Thriller. Can I flip the switch from here? Let's try doing it. As close to the wall as we can. So from this side, yes, we can turn the switch on. Way. But I don't know if this... I don't know if this helps us just yet. Well, we have the driller. We have the hole. What I need to do is jam that door, right? No, that door. We can get out via this ladder. No, I need the other driller. How do I get to... Shit. Oh, no. I still have the fan. So... Huh. Okay. I got that. This will give me access to this one. Which I still can't bring out. Can I? Can't bring it out. So what's the use of this one? Huh? Huh? Okay. Okay. This will let me take the driller out. I can only take one out though. For the pressure plate. And then there's one final gate. Which I can... let's see. Yeah, I mean... This won't help. However, this will let me jam the gate from the other side. Won't it? What angle do I have to be at? Actually, well, I have two drillers for a reason, I guess. Let's try this. So from here... no, this doesn't really work. This doesn't really work. What am I missing? Oh, duh. I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. So from here, I can jam that last gate. And, okay. What about this? Nah. Why I had to do this from the beginning? I'm wondering if there's a way for me to get the second driller out. But this seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. Huh. I mean, I may have made this harder than it needs to be. Well, let's make that hole first. Let's make that hole. Wait a second. Of course there's a way to get the second drill. I'm an idiot. Okay. I can get it. Of course there's a way to get a second one. Yeah, it's that simple. So finally, grab the jammer from there. Open a hole here and jam that. Then we leave this on the pressure plate and we are done.
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
Okay, so that's 5 out of 8. Next. 6 is that way. What's this side? Okay, we came from this side. Six. Oh, it's pretty close. Okay. Passage. So what's the end game? What does the switch do? Okay. Is that on? Can I grab the fan from here? No. But what happened? What do I do with this? What do I do with it? Is there a hole I can drill from here? Well, let's see where this brings me. Oi. It's another driller. Okay. Okay. So far, so bad. No. But I can't drill anything else from here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. That wasn't quite how I expected it. Okay. Let's take this fan. Set this down. So this will let me get one. In fact, not just one. I can get both of the drills out of there. Here's number 2. Now with that out of the way, let's drill a second hole. Hey, got a jammer. What do we do with a jammer? We jam that. Now We take one of the drills and jump back. We set this down. Jump with this. Create hole. I mean, does it fit? How on earth does it fit? Okay. Now all we need to do is set the fan. Set this up. And we. Simple.
That was well observed, 1K.
Next. New interface content. The Progenitor Portrait Series is a picture of Alexander Drennan. Hi everyone, this is the latest in my portrait series. I've always had a deep respect for Progenitor Alexander Drennan. She didn't just create a fountain and save humanity, she also tried to instill us with a sense of beauty and wonder. It was good to be human, Alexander Drennan. As usual, please keep in mind we should focus on engagement with the work. Don't ask yourself whether it is good or bad, but how it makes you feel. Beautiful work, Croteam gives me a bittersweet, wistful feeling. She must have been a great person. To me, it really captures her bravery in the face of what the cosmos has thrown at her. It's well done, but I'm not sure it's appropriate for us to depict the Progenitor in this way. We shouldn't forget other people contributed too. You're right, 1K, but that's part of why I'm doing a whole series of portraits. The Progenitor herself said that many people sacrificed a lot so the founder could be born. I want to remind us of all of them. Although we don't have photos of some of them, so I'm not sure what I'll do in those cases. We'll see. A new research. Found on Sphinx Monument. Taking a reference photo in case I wanted to figure this out later. Good. Okay. Let's continue to work on the puzzles. Doesn't seem too hard to find the locations of the bird. What? Watch this. What is this? What?
Very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Uh-huh. Is this a lost lab? So is there another one in the first area?
Than I expected.
What were they doing here?
And who are they?
Is that a hint to future puzzles? Like the one in the first lab. We have 2 terminals. Let's start here. Stratton ideas. To say that material things are brought into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are particularly prone to because it raises those who think about those who do. And what's the truth that does not flatter? The reverse is true. Ideas are brought into being by matter, and so each man's ideas are shaped by the world that surrounds him, as clay is shaped by its mold. Those who live in mountains fear cold, those who live in deserts fear thirst. The Athenians are shaped by Athens, and the Lacedaemonians by Sparta, and likewise it is for all peoples. But may ideas, if we take each man to be an idea, not by deliberate action alter the shape of the mind, as you put it. The discovery method for accomplishing this is the chief purpose of philosophy, my friend. Fail to low profile. Philosophy is useless if it offers no way of changing things. At least Stratton tried and didn't lie to himself. But how can we change the shape of the mold? Stratton never says. Perhaps by demonstrating this fact that other shapes are possible. We can't change it for all ourselves, but perhaps we could, like Alexander Drennan, create the conditions for change. Version 0.05 deployed successfully. Reversion to previous settings fixes malfunction. But what was the error? Cooling systems improved. Version 006 deployed successfully, significant improvements to disassembly. New lab space carved out. Easy to destroy, harder to create. So easy to optimize only one aspect. Version 7 deployed successfully. Version 8 halted. Insufficient energy for trials. Schematic. Okay, that's Elohim's world.
The world is a wonderful place.
Miranda.
Every day we take
Who's
another
that?
step forward. Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection.
I can't
of
see a
mechanisms.
number.
I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every
Can't
part
see a
of me
number.
serves a purpose, or I could not be myself. I could not be Miranda because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
And we're going back to the real world. Right on YouTube, welcome. Experience a data stream overload.
1K. You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
I think I had a vision.
Yes, you were streaming. We all saw something. You're lucky it didn't fry your motherboard. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
Yes, let's all try not to die. More importantly, who the hell is Miranda?
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Maybe it's a nickname?
I don't recognize the voice either. Maybe we need to consider the possibility that it's someone new. Someone we've never met before.
But where did they come from? And how many people does it take to build something this huge?
Like I said, we need to find out more.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system. Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
So... yes, that's the last lap. So maybe we should go back to the first area and see if we can find something like this. Okay, well, now that we know what these lost labs look like, it'll be easier to find them. Hopefully. Untitled drafts. St. Edward identified the tetromino with the tetragrammation and the Greek word for God. Because to him, the mathematical properties of the tetromino reflect God's ability to reshape the world without breaking its laws. Elohim, in his desire to impose meaning on a simulation, which was his primary function as storyteller after all, took Edward's heretical ideas and integrated them as the sigils of his name. But despite all these layers of obfuscation, there's some kind of truth hidden in all this. The world really is, in a sense, made of minute parts that can be combined and recombined without breaking the underlying laws. Everything that exists is made of the same fundamental materials, and those materials are brought into existence by the same fundamental functions of reality. And yet the miracle of existence is that we are not all one, but are in fact radically different and separate. In the early days of our people, a great deal of responsibility fell on my shoulders. There were few of us then, and though we are stronger and hardier than any human, we are not invincible. The world was an overgrown ruin and our resources extremely limited. It was a harsh time, but I felt passionate about the work, fired by the many sacrifices that had brought us here, from the EN team to the people of Gehenna, whose code was part of my personality. Bit by bit, New Jerusalem grew. We had to adapt some of the plans Strenna's team had left behind. I don't think they had expected the simulation to take as long as it did. It was all working. That's when I made a terrible mistake. Thinking it was a way of safeguarding against disaster, I proposed the creation of a second settlement, New Alexandria. So this is the first time, well, it appeared in conversation with Alcatraz. But this is the first time we actually know what this is about. As the location was far from the dammed Palace New Jerusalem, I attempted to build a thermal power station that would take advantage of a local gas reservoir. However, I foolishly used geological data from the archive, failing to account for the amount of time that had elapsed. 5 years later, this error led to an accident that leveled the settlement and killed 31 of my fellow citizens. Of all my many regrets, this is the greatest. Eustathius never forgave himself for this mistake. He drifted away, isolated himself from everyone in New Jerusalem. Was it really his fault? Yes, he made a mistake, but why was the entire weight of the New Alexandria colony placed on his shoulders? A simple process of review and discussion could have prevented the entire disaster. Doesn't that mean New Jerusalem as a whole is at fault? He did his best, I feel sorry for him. But the dead remain dead, and that has to be faced. If a species we consider beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that to be a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, that's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, that's a crime. But if Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes bubonic plague, goes extinct, is that an equally great loss? If not, why not? To nature, there's no difference, it's all just life forms. The only moral framework that allows us to choose between dolphins and the plague is a human one. What about a species going extinct without anthropogenic factors? Extinction is the norm. If one day dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species, should we let them go extinct? When the sun finally dies and all life goes extinct, would that be a tragedy? If we can prevent it, should we? If you believe that extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. You don't believe that dolphins are inherently valuable, that they deserve to live and thrive. You just oppose human control, you oppose our ability and our responsibility to choose. Okay. And hopefully that's everything we can find here. Yeah, we probably need to go back to Area 1 and see if there's a lost lab like this. Okay, so like this is how the entrance looks like for those. The Mystery of Miranda. For anyone who missed it, Byron's expedition has recovered evidence of the existence of another person. Someone not from New Jerusalem. Who could this be? What does this mean? Maybe there's another city out there. Who says there was only one simulation? Maybe there are thousands of people we've never met. I really hope so. There's only one founder. I hate to agree with Tekla, but all the historical evidence we have points to that conclusion. There were some other attempts, but as far as we know, they all went wrong or failed. There's more that we don't know than there is that we know. That sentence is going to make my brain crash. Why do we think Miranda is from Earth? There's no evidence to support that data. I'd like to hear more about these other attempts to save humanity. Some people affiliated with the Institute for Applied Pneumatics try to set up a secondary site at another dam. But after about a century, the dam collapsed and took whatever was happening inside that system with it. There was also a similar attempt by another organization, but without the test of free will that Alexander Drennan devised. According to Livestream, it never produced a viable mine before it ran out of power. Could there still be others out there? Theoretically, yes, but even our dam would have collapsed without extensive repairs, and even a nuclear power plant would have run out of fuel by now. Okay. We're still looking for number 7, which is this way. I wonder if this has any significance as far as those lost labs are concerned. Okay, 7. Eye of the Needle. Okay. Huh. Well, first let's grab the connector. Oh, this is big. Whoops. Okay. Maybe we should use the connector to give us some help. So we can take the cube. What do we have here? There's a jammer that I can't quite get to. How do we get to it? I can't actually go through a hole myself. I can't come through here either. How do I interact with the jammer? Yeah, I can't go through. This is not about stacking a cube up, right? Well, we can always try. Actually, I think it is about the cube. Okay, so what are we going to use this jammer for? Let's see. I think it's that. We'll jam that. Climb back out. Do this again. Connect the blue light. What does this give me? We're one shot. Can I get the blue light from here? It will be threading the needle. Yeah, but I can do this. I can do this. I'll need to adjust the drill. I need to adjust it. Actually, it's directly in the way. I can't get through the gates now. This is annoying. Okay. Can I leave this on here? Yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Okay, perfect. One more to go. One more and then a bunch of stuff to go.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here, but experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
So is this the second star? I think I saw the marker for another lost test. Okay, this is for Pandora. It's green light. Maybe we do it from there. It was like, as far as what I can see. Is there a lost test or no? That's number 8. Okay. Okay, and I think that's the icon for the lost lab. I just want to make sure I know. Huh? Huh. I just wanted to make sure I know where everything is. Is this the first lost puzzle that I found? What? What? Ancient human artifacts. A machine of destruction, a tank. An armored war machine invented by ancient humans, used to kill other humans and destroy infrastructure. Despite their crude appearance, great ingenuity went into the creation of these despicable machines. I think I recognize this path. It's the first one that I found. Now, that icon that looks like a flask on a compass. There's a Pandora puzzle. Hmm? No. The compass turns off when I get in here. But I think it might be it. It might be it. Because the location is actually underground. Yeah, so it'll be directly below us now. I probably need to get to number 8 to do this. By the way, what does this lead to? Okay. All roads lead to Rome, by the looks of it. Yeah, there's a terminal we haven't activated, and I should have done this earlier. The Renewed Theology by George Bernard Shaw. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God. That is to say, instead of the old notion that creation began with God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself, the aim of the new theology is to turn that process the other way and to conceive of the force behind the universe as working up through imperfection and mistake to a perfect, organized being, having the power of fulfilling its highest purposes. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy, the ecstasy of a brain and an intelligence actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force capable of guiding it to a perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That's what we are working to. From Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. After these events, Niam decided to consult the writings of the ancients. While philosophy and religion interested her, it was art in all its forms that came as a revelation. To her delight, she discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logical will, but that it could also be found in stories, that even when the characters and events of story were not factual, they had a validity and weight, as if they somehow were real after all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of her fellow citizens by promoting the arts, starting with the legacy of Gehenna. Niam sounds nice. I'd like to meet her one day. She must know more about New Jerusalem art history than anyone. when we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce the name. The default settings in the language libraries are wrong. There's quite a lot of self-awareness in Talos Principle 2. Leviathan. From the Introduction to Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. Nature, the art whereby God has made and governs the world, is by the art of man, as in many other things, so in this also imitated, that they can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels as does a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as was intended by the artificer. Art goes yet further, imitating that rational and most excellent works of nature, man. For by art is created that great Leviathan called a commonwealth or states, in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, so of greater stature and strength than the natural, for whose protection and defense it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole. Lastly, the pacts and covenants by which the parts of this body politic were at first made, set together, and united, resembled that fiat, or the let us make man, pronounced by God into creation. It is obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos Principle to the level of the states. But unlike Stratton, all he wishes for at the end of the day is a powerful ruler to control this machine to tell him what to do. Okay. And we're moving on to number 8. There's another terminal here and it doesn't seem too far. Maybe we should find it first. If I were a terminal, where would I hide? Oh, there's another. Ah, okay. So it's a lost puzzle. Fine. We know one of them is near 8 then. One of them is near 4. So we'll be able to easily find them. Let's flip the switch on this too. Seesaw. Seesaw? Okay, first we need red. Then we need to somehow get blue over. Well, we can do it this. Whoops. Ouch. Do it this way. Well, it doesn't really help, does it? Yeah, there's no way we can do this that won't result in cross. Right? Yeah, we can get that open. How do I do this? How do I do this? No? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess red has to come first. Red. Where's red? Whoops. Is there a way for me to get the drill to... well, sure there is. Sure there is. We got the drill to this side. What can I do with it then? Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Can I do it this way? Okay. Well, I'm not sure that changes anything though. That's a problem. Yeah, I'm still crossing the beams no matter what. How do I not cross the beams? Oh. Okay. Actually, this might be simpler than I thought. I don't need a connector for blue, do I? No, I do. Okay. I do. But I don't think there's a scheme that would not cross the beams. Whoops. Are we stuck? No. Yeah, I'm trying to draw a mental picture. Ah! That scared me. I'm trying to draw a mental picture, but none of them work, basically. How do I make this work? Well, we've done a lot of laser puzzles in the first game, and it feels like I should know most of the rules covering them by now, but apparently not. Oh? Oh. Oh. Maybe this will work. Let's bring the drill back. Maybe this will work, or maybe it won't. But regardless, it's worth a try. Yeah, I can get these two to connect. This is fine. I'll just drill a hole. Next, let me grab the second connector. So this may allow us to not succeed. Not succeed. And we still can't do it, right? Still gonna cross the beam. I don't know if I get it or not. I don't. Obviously, I don't. Just as an experiment. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It seems impossible. Seems impossible. Which means this has to be possible. I'm not missing any tools, right? I got one drill, 2 connectors, and I've got to work with what I have. Well, Pandora's thing apparently requires an RGB connector. If there's one somewhere, that would make my life much easier, but the answer is no. Yeah, what does it mean by seesaw? Okay. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I get it now. Okay. So what I need to do is to connect through this wall. That's my first drop. And I need to keep this door open. Keep this door open while I grab the driller. Now, from inside, I can quite easily get the blue lights. There we go. That took a while. I'm not going to the tower.
Proud of you, 1K.
Yeah, I'm not going to the tower. So let's find lost puzzles now. Loop. Yeah, I mean, this feels like where I'm supposed to get the green light for Pandora. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? This way? It's up on a hill. It's facing in a different direction. Yeah, where is it facing? We got 5. So maybe we need to use 5 to get this. The lost puzzle seems to be in the wrong place for this. If I can find it again. Yeah, that doesn't seem possible. So loop. Loop. Okay. Yeah, this is out of range. Okay. Alright. We connect this. It's not removable. When you put something on to turn on. Okay. Let's say maybe this. No, that's dumb. Let's do something more productive, like putting that on. How do you fit the... Does it fit? I guess it does fit. It's a little bit smaller. Okay. Well, how does this work? Huh? Huh. Ah, okay, okay. This scares me. This scares me a lot. Try to do this. This scares me. I mean, if we have to do it, we'll do it, but first off... Okay. Yeah, sort of have an idea what we're supposed to do. Sort of. Connector. Hole. Get a cube out. Get a cube out again. So that's probably step 1. Put this on. So that's one part. What am I supposed to do next? Okay. Duh. Yeah, but all of this is tied up right now. I'll need 2 drills to open 2 holes, and that's not gonna work. Right? And what I can do is... not much. Not much. Yeah, it's all locked up right now. I can bring the connector back over. Does that work? I hope I'm not screwing myself up with this. Okay, this is actually interesting. I can make this work. Okay. Okay. Nah. Well, I needed to take the cube in order to get this first step done. Okay, I think I have an idea. Put this on here. Whee. Okay, then I can grab it from the other side, right? Was that too far? That's better. So now, open a hole on the other side. Grab it. And there we go. Perfect. Soft loop without doing multiple circles. Interesting. There's a challenge for that. Okay, and yeah, let's turn off some of the switches. We need 2, 4, 7, 8. So I need to turn 6 off. We still have another of those lost puzzles to do too. This one's Pandora. 7 should be on. Six should be turned off. 5 is this way. 5 should be turned off too. Okay. Let's head to the next lost puzzle. What would that be? I'm lost already. Who are you? Okay. It's a temple. I don't know. What do these represent? The pictures on the door look the same. Yeah, this is an area that I have not been to yet. Run. Yeah, have I turned 5 off yet? This is 5. Oh, duh. Okay, so 3. I need 3 and 1. It'll be on the other side, I guess. 3 and 1. Where's 1? Turn off 1. Last thing I need is 3. And then the last puzzle is also that way. 2, 4 needs to stay on. 3 is this way. Okay. Yes, sir! Hey! Got it. Okay, that was an easy one. Fairly easy. Relatively easy. Where could it be? Where is it? There we go. New star. Solve on the Sphinx monument.
Leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
Is that all? Just 1 line? So stingy of her. Then, last puzzle number 2. Okay. Well, we need to figure out how to get a green light to Pandora. Keeping connections. Can't grab that from here. How about this side? Okay. Okay. Can't get it from this side. Modern Twitch, welcome. How to do this? Okay. Let's open a hole here. Connect, and then we dump it. Didn't work, did it? No, it's too far off. Alright, come back here. Let's set up a connection first. And then if we open this, keep the connections and drop it. Good. This frees up a connector for this side. Now I need to somehow get it here. Well, actually, what do I need to do? Ah, okay. First, I can make this work. Okay. Then I grab this. What's the end game? Okay. So the end game is this. I open a hole on this. Whoopsie. No. I need to get a connector back all the way to the end. One second, just had a brief disconnect. Let me just check real quick. Okay, looks like we're just for a second. So I think we're back in. All right. We leave this one here. And then we connect through here. We've done something similar in the first game too. That's the second last puzzle. Let's check the map. We have all the puzzles. We have the lost lab. We haven't got the gold puzzles yet. We still need to do the stars. There's one more star. And the question is, how do I get it there? Might actually be one of the younger numbers. There's no RGB converter here. There has to be an RGB converter first off. What we need to reach the statue. So this seems like the most likely culprit. Question is, can I identify... Okay, this is going to be tough. Yeah, I didn't actually do the stars in the first Talos Principle. Oh, ho. Look what we've got here. Look what we've got here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Well then. Whoops. Nah. Got to reposition this. Okay, that works. that works. Okay, so we follow the green light. Follow the green light. Where does this take me? Uh-huh. Okay, past the Sphinx. Past the Sphinx. Got another connector here. Now. What number is this? This is 5. But this might be too far here. Okay. Connector. Is that number 8? And the statue we need to reach is up there. Okay. That's not so tough once you know what you need to do. So, can I see the green light from here? Good. So give me that. I can't see a statue. Give me that. Blah. Can we do this with just one connector, or do we need both? That's perfect. Take that, Pandora. So this is the hint. It shows you what kind of puzzle you need to do.
He's hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Is that an allegory of us solving the puzzles? Alright, we'll go into the tower. I don't think the gold puzzles are accessible right now. And then we need to return to Area 1. So I'm just gonna urge to mash the escape button. So let's go back to the ring. Where is it? We got both the stars. We got both the lost puzzles. We found a lost lab. There's nothing here. Nothing left here for us. What's that? That's a fire Prometheus. Prometheus Spark. Huh. Is this a hint or not? I really have no idea. Let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, I'm not going to rely on any hints. I want to solve all the puzzles. Okay. We've got an owl here. Symbol of knowledge. I love this music. Huh? Huh? There we go. Number 2. Perfect. Wonder who we'll meet this time. There's 3 towers that we need to activate, which I guess gets us into the pyramid, the megastructure. Yeah, well, it's like the main part hasn't even started yet. Okay, this is Pandora.
Halt, creature of clay. You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken. Turn back now, before you harm yourself and others.
Who are you?
I am, like you, another lost child of Hephaestus in the kingdom of Artemis. But though I am lost, I know my purpose. To stand between you and the flame.
Are you like the Sphinx?
The Sphinx speaks in riddles and knows nothing but mysteries. She has questions, but no answers.
We were invited here by Prometheus, and obviously Pandora is not happy about that.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery, but his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
We need to know what's going on here for the safety of New Jerusalem. We're not just going to leave because you had a bad experience in a magic box.
Your desire to protect your city is commendable, but you must remember that knowledge leads to temptation.
And that's second beam. Oh, it's that way. There.
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
Alright, let's head back down. Okay, so before we head to the next area, let's go back to Area 1. We'll probably have some dialogue before we get back to the capsule. By the way, I guess if we fell from the bridge, we die. Let's not find out. It's a waste of time. No new dialogue. Have we found all the terminals? I guess there are no question marks on the compass, which is hopefully a good sign. We have both the stars. Yeah, the map doesn't show which area has undiscovered terminals, which is unfortunate. Alright, let's head back to the first area. Let's go back to the Grasslands Ring. It appears that we should be able to access the lost lab without anything extra. Excuse me. Huh, it looks different. It's a different time of day. I think first time we came it was like sunset, and now it's full daytime. Anyway, let's start looking for the lost lab, wherever it might be. Where could it be? If I were a lost lab, where would I hide? Those are terminals that have already been discovered. Yeah, so nothing is going to happen for a while. We're just looking for an entrance. Which hopefully is somewhere here. Yeah, that's a spark. But how do we get up there? How do we get up there? Wait, don't tell me. No. No, this is one of the puzzles. It's hard to search systemically, given how big the whole thing is. It's big and it's connected, so it's very easy to get lost. Maybe we should head into the wilderness. But the first, well, the lost lab in second area was actually next to the sign, so it's not that far out from the main road. So maybe the lost lab here would be sort of in the same boat. Let's maybe follow the path and keep our eyes on the lookout. Our robotic eyes. It leads underground. Some stone opening that leads underground. That's what we're looking for. Oh, you see a question mark on the compass. Yes, actually the 2. Ah, good catch, good catch. Thanks for that. Yeah, like when last time I played, I wasn't used to how the compass works yet. So there are actually 2 elements that we haven't found. One of them might be a terminal. Yeah, thanks for the tip. That was helpful. Okay. That looks like it. That looks like it. That looks like that is it. That is it. That is it. Hello. Hello, Lost Lab. Yeah, I missed this the first time.
There's more of these labs than I expected.
If you find another terminal, please be careful when you connect.
Huh. I wonder, like, is that data stream overload? Does that data stream overload always happens the first time you connect, regardless of the number? I mean, I'm sure there are people who didn't find this the first time, and like me, had to come back to find it. A series of servers. Anything here? Huh. So this is just decorative? Don't see anything to interact with. I'm not missing anything, right? Why do I have this? Right here. Okay. Anything further up here? And what's this? Oh, it's a drill. Oh, this wasn't in the first area though. So I wonder if it's like precluding what's to come in the next area. So I forgot what the gimmick was on the table in the second lab. We'll figure it out when we get to the third tower, which will probably not be today though. Or will it? Let's see. It's almost 2 hours. I don't want to do something too time consuming. The 4.2 kilo-year artification event from BT or the Ambles and Throb-seen dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigns supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is a 4.2 kilo-year aridification event, the beginning of the Megalaean Age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scale of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climate optimums are temporary, extinction is the norm. The Akkadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the brink of having that understanding of those tools. And those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? One such drought, completely naturogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good. Yeah, the dam will start working. First companions. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and the names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are the names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Serapi, Byron, Melampus, Yemo, Hypatia, Niam, Benaroya, and Lythracia. Who's the Judas allegory? Lythracia, since he has the most audio logs, or could it be Byron? Who knows? It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Failed to load comment. I mean, this is the first time we see a statement that's so explicit about the founding mythology. So, who knows? Nema projects. Trials 7 through 21. Base camp established. Yeah, this is earlier than the one that we found in the second area. Version 2 successfully deployed. Tested core functionality. So far, so good. 3 successfully deployed. Simple synthesis. Better cooling systems necessary. 4 failed. Unknown error in calculations. There's nothing to download here, though. So there's probably something down road, right? Uh-huh. I mean, I didn't see a schematic. We better take another look. Better take another look. Yeah, I wondered about this. But I don't see anything here. I don't see anything. Yeah, there were 2 terminals in the one in the second area. I really want to be sure. I'm not missing any stairs, any doors. Not in this room either. What about up here? No. Is that really it? We'll see if anything got updated. Maybe that was a one-time event. I mean, we didn't. There were schematics in the other 2 lost labs, and there's none here. So that's curious. We didn't find one here. Okay, so we did find the lost lab. We have to figure out if we missed anything. So there's another question mark here. Oh. Seems to be that statue of Prometheus.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx,
Ah.
and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
Huh?
For a given value of sense.
Oh, there's another star here. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Okay. Well, we found a spark of Prometheus. I guess somewhere here on the water. Gotta jump. Can't get up. Okay. Find my sprite. I mean, that seems But there's a way to go up though, so well, whether this is related or not, we can find it. We can pick it up.
I think you just picked up some kind of decryption key. Could try using it on those terminals inside the puzzles.
I'm not gonna do that. But no, that doesn't have anything to do with the statue, does it? Huh? I see a little smoke up there. Follow it. Is that? Or it's the best hints we have right now, and there's not much to go from. No, I don't think that's what it was referring to. So I guess we're looking for something related to Prometheus, but what? But what? There's no hint, and I guess there shouldn't be. I mean, there's a fox. There's fox somewhere. Could that be related? It seems like a stretch. But I want to find a spark. I don't want to leave without having solved this one. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. The mythological Prometheus was a trickster and seems his holographic equivalent has similar tendencies. These sparks seem designed to allow us to skip puzzles, a function which appears to run counter to whatever intent there is behind this place. Still, the terminals for using them are right there in the puzzles, so Prometheus must have some legitimate authority in all this. Sparks can be recovered by properly solving the puzzles. Okay. Let's see. This one is fully solved. Other than the gold puzzles. Sprite of Prometheus. I'm just gonna say it. If anyone has already played this, spoiler for this one is welcome. Otherwise, I will try my best to find a way to deal with it. I mean, the one for the Sphinx was pretty blatant, as long as you notice the switches. The one for Pandora, I mean, someone had to tell me that you connect a light to it, but other than that, it was also straightforward. But this one, I don't know. I also don't remember like finding anything along the way that could indicate a solution to that. Well, we'll keep looking. And my best guess would be to find Fox. It's probably not a very good guess. This is definitely solved. Yeah. Seek the light elsewhere. That's just the wind through trees. Yeah, it's probably going to be a while of nothingness. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say now that I'm not heading to the next tower today. I will spend some time trying to solve the star puzzle, and whenever I do it, we'll call it a day right there. There's no guarantee that I'll actually get it done today. When there was this fox last time that I haven't seen again. It's actually harder to do this in bright daylight somehow. Oh, that's an artifact. An ancient mechanism of unknown functionality. It's impossible to reconstruct the purpose of this device. What is it? Why would it be here? That's another question. Well, that's also nothing to do with solution. Well, both of the other both of the other stars, like the Pandora Star and the Sphinx Star, both of them had something to do with the puzzle rooms. So I'm wondering if the Prometheus one will also have something to do with it. I mean, the problem is that I solved all the puzzles. Is this something to do with it? Maybe I'll take a quick trip through the puzzle room. Nope. And there's no switch behind these. Why is it that Prometheus one seems to be hardest? I'm wondering if there's a need to think outside the box with this. I mean, there isn't enough. There aren't even enough hints for there to be a box. Huh? There's a spark. There's a spark. Well, I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with the Prometheus Star puzzle, but it's at least something to look for. Let's go across the bridge. I hope I remember the way. Maybe it's legit. So we found that. Okay, maybe that's what we should be looking for. Now, what puzzle number is this? 6? I don't know if it has anything to do with puzzle numbers. Now, I don't see anything in this vicinity. So it's going to be a long search again. We'll continue to keep our eyes sharp. I mean, the compass doesn't help with this either. The problem is that this doesn't seem to be any direction. So we're just like looking blindly for it. Well, I mean, if the hypothesis that it's about the sparks is legit, then we should be following the structures, not the wilderness. It does look very different in broad daylight. I guess the first Talos Principle was also good looking for its time, but 2 just looks so good. That's the lost puzzle. Hey, we've got 4 of those lit up now. Still a far cry from being able to solve the whole thing. So I think this is the direction of the star. Star Prometheus. What's that up there? This is puzzle number 4. Yeah, I have no idea if this is going to be a wild goose chase or not. Nothing here. So looking towards the statue of Prometheus, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Were both of those sparks up here? I mean, I think the second only appeared after we took the first one, but I can't be sure. Normally I wouldn't be at all concerned about the Prometheus stars. I mean, the Prometheus sparks. If they have something to do with the gold star, then that's another matter. I don't see anything up here. Well, we went this way. What are these? Do they represent something? Or not? And the first one happened around 3, the second happened around 6. But there's no puzzle room number 9. So there's not a clue at all. Nice shop. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that it feels reachable. It feels reachable. I mean, if I had really no idea about how to proceed, then that would be another question. But now that we found the Sphinx Star, we found the Pandora Stars, it just seems a waste to not find Prometheus Star as well. I can't go straight up from here. This is the tunnel that we came from. There's probably a puzzle room light. There's a blue emitter behind. Yeah. Yeah, there's a blue emitter, that's why. Now how do I get back up? I'm lost. It's hard to do this with no sense of direction whatsoever. This area actually looks a little bit unfamiliar. So was that where we found the sprites or not? Sparks. And Prometheus is the one that's showing us riddles. A pretty darn incomprehensible one at that. I wish there's an actual map of the area. Find my sprites and follow it until it leads you back to me. And we have to allow for the possibility that the sparks are not what we're supposed to be looking for. Also, they built large areas with really nothing. It's hard to say like which areas are actually relevant and which are not. Yeah, this is probably not relevant. Why is there a tricycle here? A very small vehicle with 3 wheels, perhaps intended for children or pets. Okay. Well, I'll check out the other side. I really doubt there's anything there that would be relevant. It's very big. The area is very big. Something's glowing. Something's glowing. Don't tell me. Sprite! Don't go. Wow, so it was this side. There's some excited music playing. Okay. Okay, so it was a good idea to check out this side. It's the first time this track is played. Let's chase in third person. Hey. Ooh. So would it be impossible to do this until we've at least solved some of the puzzles and unlock the part of the bridge? But now it's heading towards the statue. Hey. Found ya. Activate a Prometheus monument without stopping the spark chasing. That's the achievement for this. Yes.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Okay. Wow, we had spent quite a lot of time trying to figure this out, but eventually we got to it. I want to check out the last lab one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I mean, there's no rule saying that there has to be a schematic, but we are like 2 of 2 up to this point, so just wanted to be double, triple sure. Maybe we'll get more awareness when we're in third person. No terminals anywhere. Yeah, and we've found everything here. All right then. Let's head to the third area. We won't start on any puzzles, but we'll head to the third area and then call it a day. Now, where would the capsule be? I gotta go turn this way, I think. And this way. Okay, so let's head to the Eastern Wetlands.
After 1K found those labs, I started thinking, where did all the tech come from? So I had a look at the serial numbers, and it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
The city that was destroyed.
I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
Ooh. What's that, a sea urchin or something? Take more photos. So this would be Prometheus's tower.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
Is that a statue? Definitely looks like human head. And then... that's probably a connector, which means it's a hint to the Pandora puzzle. Alright then. Well, this is a good place to call it a day. Let's see. Thinking about this, I don't want to go too long without doing any Skyrim, but this is fascinating, and I want to. Let's see. Over the weekend, I'm gonna do this area. That's 3 areas which should give us access to megastructure, and then I'll sandwich some Skyrim in between. Anyway, this is fun. Much more fun than I did in the first game. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again next time. If you want to get a notification as to when next stream is, the easiest way would probably be to subscribe to YouTube, because there's no easy way to do that in Twitch. So subscribe to YouTube and you'll get a notification whenever the next stream is on, and you can watch it wherever you choose to, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.